The rise of artificial intelligence is happening faster than we thought possible just a few years ago. And one of the most common questions I get asked by people is, will I lose my job to a robot? And then at the end of this video, I am going to share with you some of the best career moves that you can make today to future-proof yourself against the inevitable wave of AI disruption that is coming for every industry. Will I be replaced by an AI tool? So in this video, I'm gonna answer that question for you. Starting with no 7, let's go through each one of them. This is something that a computer could very easily be programmed to do. So anyone who works in a call center answering phones and asking customers to confirm their order, or maybe updating customer information, or maybe even scheduling appointments, all of these things are going to be replaced by AI chatbots very soon. First, any type of factory work where a machine could easily do the same thing over and over again, such as assembling a product or stacking boxes or painting cars. Whether it's creating logos or social media graphics or website graphics, all of this stuff can already be done using AI tools. Can you imagine a world where machines are able to code themselves? Instead, these are some of the most obvious ones. What can I do to protect myself from losing my job to AI? So here's the deal. Focus on developing skills that require emotional intelligence, such as empathy, communication, and leadership. Focus on developing skills that require complex critical thinking, such as problem solving and decision making. Focus on developing skills that require physical dexterity, such as surgery, firefighting, and construction. Focus on developing skills that require specialized knowledge and expertise, such as law, medicine, and finance. And finally, focus on developing skills that require social intelligence, such as networking, relationship building, and persuasion. The best thing that you can do right now to future-proof yourself against AI is to start investing in yourself and developing skills that are hard to automate. Here are 6 tips that can help you do that. And it is important to realize that even jobs that aren't as obvious may also be at risk. For example, consider the job of a project manager, because these are the skills that help us to do things that machines can't do yet. On the Future Skills Academy, you'll find over 150 hours of video content covering topics such as how to make money online, how to build a business, how to succeed as a freelancer, how to thrive as a creator, and many other topics. It's completely free. You can access it at the website below. And I hope to see you there. So invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to take risks. Try new things. Step outside of your comfort zone and develop the skills that you need to thrive in the economy of the future. Is there any reason why a machine wouldn't be able to learn how to manage projects? What about the job of a product manager? A machine could easily be trained to do that. What about salespeople? You might think that this is one job that requires too much creativity. You need to be able to build relationships with people and understand their needs. Well, actually, you know what? There are already studies that show that AI-powered chatbots are better salespeople than human salespeople. They can close more deals and they can increase sales revenue by up to 15%. This would make software development much faster and much cheaper. It would also mean that a lot of software developers are going to lose their jobs to AI. In fact, I remember reading this article recently that was published by Forbes, and it talked about how AI is already replacing programmers. Apparently, there's this new programming language called Alpha, and it is developed by Google DeepMind, and it uses deep learning algorithms to help engineers code faster and with fewer errors. And according to the State of Developer report that was released by Octoverse, 85% of developers said that they expect AI to do most of their everyday tasks in the next 3 years. And another survey that was conducted by Stack Overflow found that 53% of developers believe that AI will either benefit or greatly benefit the developer community. However, 42% of developers think that AI will take away a lot of developer jobs in the next 10 years. In fact, there was a recent study that was conducted by researchers at the University of Oxford, and they had the participants complete several different types of graphic design tasks. And they compared the designs that were created by humans to the designs that were created by AI, and guess what? The AI designs were rated as being just as good as the human designs. This would save companies a ton of money on labor costs, and it would also make the supply chain much more efficient. Plus, we already have AI tools such as ChatGPT and Jasper that can write articles, blog posts, website copy, social media captions, you name it. And as these AI tools get better and better at writing, what's going to happen to all of the freelance writers or content writers or copywriters out there? Personally, I'm a huge fan of AI writing tools myself. I use them all the time to help me generate ideas, to help me write outlines, and to help me speed up my overall writing process. But I still believe that in the next few years, there are going to be a lot of people who lose their jobs to these AI tools. Think about all the benefits that it would bring to companies if they were able to use drones to deliver packages instead of having to pay truck drivers or even train them or schedule them or anything like that. Just think about all of the different ways that someone could leverage AI to edit and produce high-quality content. In fact, I saw this video recently of a guy who was leveraging AI to produce short videos to post on TikTok. He was literally able to produce a 5.5-minute long TikTok video using nothing but AI tools. He used AI to generate the voiceover for the video. He used AI to generate the images and the graphics that were in the video. He used AI to generate the music and the sound effects. It was incredible to see what he was able to accomplish using only AI tools. The same thing goes for public transportation. Why would we need bus drivers or train drivers if we could program these vehicles to drive themselves? All of those types of jobs are going to be replaced by robots very soon because they do and require creativity. They don't require critical thinking. They don't require any emotion. These are very simple tasks that a machine could easily be programmed to do. I am going to give you 7 examples of jobs that are very likely going to be replaced by AI in the coming years. Now, if you look around online, a lot of people are saying that AI is going to take away 50% of all jobs within the next 10 years. There are other reports that say it has gone nobby 30% of all jobs, and yet other ones that say it has gone nobby 90% of all jobs. The truth is that no one really knows, but what we do know is that certain jobs are going to be eliminated and others won't. One of the most important things to realize about AI is that it's not going away. It's actually only going to become more powerful and more prevalent in our society. If you look back over the last 100 years, technology has been advancing at an exponential rate. If you look at how long it took humanity to invent the telephone or the light bulb or the airplane, and then compare that to how long it took us to invent computers, smartphones, space travel, self-driving cars, all of these things have happened much more recently than the inventions that came before them. The rate of technological advancement is increasing exponentially. So what we can pretty much be sure of is that there are going to be a lot more disruptive technologies that come out in the next 20 years than have come out in the last 40 years. So now the real question that you should be asking is not if your job will be replaced by AI, but when will your job be replaced by AI? So here are the 7 jobs that are most likely going to be replaced by AI in the coming years. No. 6. Any data entry level jobs that involve typing in information into a computer. Again, this is very straightforward. 3rd, truck driving jobs. Imagine being able to program a truck to drive itself from point A to point B without having a human driver involved at all. Moving on to no. 4. Any type of writing job. Think about it. Moving on to no. 5. Any type of editing job. Just like with writing, we already have AI tools that can edit videos and photos and music and podcasts. Moving on to no. 6. Any type of graphic design job. Finally, moving on to number 7, any type of programming job. Again, think about it. Now, I want to emphasize that these aren't the only jobs that are going to be replaced by AI. Alright, so now you're probably thinking, okay, well, great, tell me what I can do about this. First, focus on developing skills that require creativity and imagination, such as writing, storytelling, and art. These are the types of skills that are going to be in high demand as AI becomes more prevalent in our society. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to invite you to check out the Future Skills Academy, which is a free educational platform that I created to help you do exactly that, to help you develop the skills that you need to thrive in the economy of the future.